Hello YouTube, Inside Jacob's Mind here to bitch about something. Now, yada yada yada, I usually go through all the spiel about how I've been gone for 3 months and shit, but you all know why I'm gone, you know, usual shit, school's busy, life's busy, I'm lazy, night is, all the usual bullshit and spiel, so I'm not even going to bother with it. I'm just going to say I'm going to try and get back to routinely making videos, and here I am with a rant, and I'm going to try and churn out some more rants. Now this isn't another thing, sorry if I sound like shit because I'm sick right now, as per fucking usual. Funny thing, I had an operation to get my tonsils taken out because I keep getting throat infections and shit, and basically a couple weeks after I recovered, I've started getting like sick every day, like colds and shit, but it's really gotten me today, but because I had the first time I've had the day off school since I recovered, but anyway. Again, this is something that I haven't really thought over that well. It's just something that's put into my head, and I'm like, look, I've got to fucking make a rant today. You know, I'm sick of not making videos. It's like I don't stop making videos because I don't enjoy it. I really do enjoy it. I just, you know, I don't have the time and shit. But said today, you know, fuck it, let's make a video. I'm gonna do it. I've got other shit to make. I've got plenty of content for movie reviews. I've watched probably over like 15 new movies in cinema since I last did a review, so I'll probably just churn out some shit, maybe chunks of like 5 movies per video. And I'm going to review Eminem's new album soon. I've listened to the leak, but I'm going to wait until I actually buy the album tomorrow. And like I said, I haven't thought this over, but it's about school. And yep, I've already made a video about school, but that was a countdown. That was me talking about top 10 worst things I hate, which is stuff like, you know, the people, the bullying, the ultra nerds that ruin it for everyone else, the pointless work, which is what I'm talking about today. Before you watch this, just remember that I'm not trying to come out here asserting that I'm right, you know, I'm probably wrong in many of it, you know, so come out in the comments and discuss it. If I'm wrong, don't necessarily attack me, but tell me why you disagree, and you know, what I'm wrong about and what I need to rethink, what I'm right about even, you know, just get a discussion going, because that's kind of why I do this. I'm not here trying to change the way people think. I'm like, you know, trying to make people see things from a different perspective, but, you know, you change the way I think, you know, just get involved, and I guess enjoy the video. So I'm just going to focus on one thing that's been fucking with me lately, because last time I did that video, I just finished year 9. When I did that worst things about school videos. Right after I started the channel, I just finished year 9, which compared to year 10, I'm almost at the end of year 10 now, and year 9's a fucking breeze compared to year 10. But I'm just here to talk about the pointlessness of so much stuff we do at school. And first, I'm not here saying that school is pointless in general. I'm not saying we shouldn't have to go to school. I'm not saying I don't want to go to school anymore. That's not the case. School is important, but I just don't think the way school is, I don't think it's right. Why are we learning so much pointless garbage? Why do they put so much focus on finishing assignments to get grades and stuff? I don't think grades directly correlate to intelligence. Yeah, I know I sound like an arrogant dick when I say I think I'm an intelligent person. I mean, I know I'm no brainiac. I'm not book smart, that's for sure. But I don't think I'm dumb. I think I know my shit reasonably well. But I get crap grades, you know, I get C's, B's, C's and D's mostly. I got a few A's last term, which I was pretty happy with. But for the most part, I'm a B and C student. And I know people that do the stupidest shit in real life, you know. There are people who go out and drink, there are people who just come off as complete idiots that get straight A's and stuff. I think they put more focus on effort than intelligence to get grades, you know. Put me next to Joe Blow here. We've got a maths test. Say Joe Blow is a fucking idiot. He doesn't know anything about maths and shit. But if he sits there, studies, does all the work, does all the little pieces, if he sits there learning it for ages, he'll get a good grade. But me, I know most of my shit when it comes to maths and stuff. I mean, I do have to learn it a bit, but I catch on pretty quick. But I'll get a worse grade because me, I don't give a fuck. So the people who are retards, if they put effort in, they'll get good grades. But since I don't give a fuck and don't put effort in, I get bad grades. Now I guess that's just, this isn't really making my case because it's just making me look bad. But I'm saying school doesn't really promote intelligence. It promotes sitting there, memorizing shit, and, you know, doing what they say. We had a maths test recently, and since I had about, I don't know, close to like 4 weeks off due to being sick and having my operation and stuff, so I'd missed the whole unit of trigonometry and Pythagorean or whatever it was. I missed this whole unit, and we had a test coming up, and I had about 2 lessons on it. Everyone else had about 3 weeks, which would probably come out to about maybe, I don't know, 15 lessons maybe, because we get 5 lessons a week, 4 or 5 lessons a week. Me, I had about 2 lessons on it, because I missed a lot. I had about 2 lessons on this shit. My friend just gave me some notes and stuff. I studied for maybe an hour, because I was so behind, and I don't mean sitting at home cramming. I mean in class, my friend explaining it to me and just listening. I wrote shit down, studied for an hour, did the test. It felt like a breeze. I haven't got my grade back yet, but I'm fairly certain I'm going to get an A, maybe even like an A+. Like, I'll come back to you with my result, because the test was a fucking breeze. Even science. I pay no attention in science. It's completely pointless, all the shit we learn. I mean, when in my life am I going to need to know, when am I going to need to be able to recite all the elements on the periodic table? When am I going to need to know how many atoms are in an electron or whatever? That's probably not even a thing. But, you know, when am I going to need to know how to balance this equation in science and shit, unless I want to become a physicist or some other kind of scientist? I don't even know what the scientific careers are. I think by now most of us sort of know if we're going to be interested in science and if we want to do it, so I don't understand why it's still compulsory. But anyway, what I was saying, this science, I fall asleep in most science lessons. Like, it literally puts me to sleep. Our teacher is just boring. He manages to make science more boring than it already is. By the way, don't get me wrong with all this bitching about science. I mean, I love science. I do. I find a lot of it interesting. Mostly space and stuff like that. Really interested in. By the way, time for a plug. Just check out my friend's Facebook page. I'm an admin on there too. Colonizing the Universe, about space and stuff, if you're interested in that sort of shit. Blah blah, link in the description, shameless plug over. But yeah, I'm really interested in science, space, and sort of other shit like that. More just interesting facts and stuff about science. And I can, you know, this stuff we're learning in school isn't going to help me. I mean, not necessarily the stuff I learn at home. That stuff doesn't really help me either, but at least it's interesting. I learn more from watching one Vsauce video than I do from a whole science lesson, or a whole week of science lessons, you know. I don't take anything away from that. We've been doing atoms for like the past year, you know. I mean, there's only so much you can do. I mean, well, now we're on gravitational pull and I don't know, there's no shit that's I just don't find interesting, but I do like science. So yeah, just don't get that part wrong. But this test, literally the lesson of the test, we had like 10 minutes to revise. I knew nothing. My friend gave me a few of the formulas. He just gave me a few formulas, like m times g equals mass or something shit. He just gave me a few formulas and a couple other things. I did the test. I managed to answer most of the test, and honestly, I'm fairly sure I got all of it right. I was even helping my friends in parts of it just through logic. Like, maybe they know their shit more than I do with the equation side of it and stuff. But I just looked at it, say they put an answer, but they did it wrong, but nothing to do with their equations, but just something logically in the question. Maybe they didn't read the question wrong or something. I was helping them with shit like that. You believe this? I got punished. I got in trouble for helping someone in science. I mean, that may not seem like a big deal, but me, I don't give a fuck about science. I don't know anything about it, and I got in trouble for helping someone because I looked at these formulas for about 3 minutes, and pretty sure I passed the test. So, like I said, I'll come back to you guys when I get the grades and shit. As long as you sit there, get all the work done, do everything, then you're good. I mean, you're gonna pass. You could be a complete idiot, you'll still get a C grade as long as you do the assignment, as long as you're willing to put the effort in. I know my shit when it comes to most of this. Say we've got an English essay or something on Romeo and Juliet, which I know my shit about Romeo and Juliet. I watched the movie, we've learned it before in English, you know. I know my shit, but I just, you know, I can't be bothered doing all this crap because it doesn't interest me. I think by the time we've hit high school, maybe middle of high school or something, we should start getting a bit more freedom in our subject choices. I mean, I guess I'm a hypocrite because even some of the shit in school that I enjoy is pointless. Like, people will argue that stuff like drama is pointless. And it is from some points of view. I mean, if you want to grow up to be a marine biologist, you're not going to be able to learn, you're not going to need to be able to act or know how a play works and stuff. But me, since I'm interested in acting and stuff like that, drama helps me. We should be learning stuff tailored to what we want to do when we grow up, and learning stuff that will just, you know, that everyone's going to have to do in their life. What's the point of learning? I mean, we need to know basic mathematics and basic English and stuff. We need to know how to read and write. We need to know how to, like, you know, multiply and add stuff together and shit in maths, because that's basic stuff we use every day. But you're not going to need to use algebra and all this other complicated shit unless you're in a profession that requires that. And there aren't that many professions, probably like only like 1% of the world. I can't be bothered looking up actual stats, so correct me because I'm probably wrong. Yeah, probably a very small portion of the world need this shit. So I think once you get to that sort of point, maybe 8th grade, you just start having a bit more freedom in what you do. Like, being able to pick maybe more basic maths classes or not picking maths at all. I mean, I would use myself as an example, but I don't know what I want to do as a career. Like, I really don't know. If I had to pick one, which is something that it's not likely it's going to happen for me, but it's just something that I'm interested in. So let's hypothetically say I'm set out to become a film director, because that's something I'm interested in. I love making little movies and shit like that. I love editing and everything, but that's not something that's realistic. But I'm still keeping it open, you know. I'm picking subjects that, you know, like I said, I'm not wording this properly, I haven't thought this through, but I pick stuff like drama, which is like acting and shit, and media studies, we study films and stuff in that sort of stuff. If my heart's set on becoming a film director, I'm not going to have to learn algebra and science. You could say, oh, but in films I need to work out the budget and stuff like that. Yeah, that's not really the director's job though, that's more the producers and stuff. So maybe if I was becoming a film producer, I would have to learn that. But I'm more interested in the creative side, and which leads into another thing I'm going to say. School restricts your creative thinking. Like, we're not allowed to think freely. Like, schools don't want you to think freely, you know, that you're just sitting there, you're their robots. You can't be yourself, you just have to sit there and do what they want, and, you know, just go by the rules and everything. You can't think for yourself. If you, say you're in class and you're discussing something, if you come up with an opinion different from the teachers, or something that, say you disagree with the teacher on something, they're most likely going to get pissed off at you. I mean, there are some teachers that'll be happy to discuss it with you, like good teachers, but most of them will just get shitty and be like, no, you're wrong, I'm right, I'm the teacher, you're a kid, you're wrong, you don't have an opinion, you know? Like, I remember in primary school, there was a teacher that would always spell words wrong, and say a kid would correct her. She'd spell a word wrong, and say a kid would simply just correct her and say, look, miss, that word's spelled wrong, like, you know, fix it. She would have a go at the kid, because apparently the kid's being rude just by saying, look, you know, that word's wrong, you know, fix it. It's not like you're having a differing opinion. You're just pointing out that the teacher made a mistake. Teachers can't make mistakes, apparently. Half of them, half the time, don't even seem to realise what they're talking about. I'm like, I have some really good teachers. Like my maths teacher, for the past couple of years, I've had really good maths teachers, so that's why I'm doing well on that. But most teachers seem to just not give a shit and just more just absorbed by the power and everything. You're not allowed to go against them. Even in the subjects that are seen to be the most creative, we're getting stripped of our creativity. In drama, every play we've done, we haven't been able to write our own material, our own play or anything. The most freedom we get is bringing in our own costumes and shit, and even then it's kind of limited. But, you know, we've done like 2 or 3 plays in drama. Every single one has been one that the teacher's printed off on a worksheet. It's super goddamn lame, you know. So there's a play, and you know, there's the play entails a director, producer pitching a play to everyone, and they act out the play. And meanwhile, there's a cleaner in the background, and every time something happens in the play, the cleaner does something that's like a sound effect. And then at the end, the director's like, "Okay, the play's all set, but now we just need someone to do sound effects." Ha ha ha! That's the whole joke of the play. That the cleaner's doing the shit, but they didn't even realise that. It's like super lame shit like that. We don't get any freedom, even in the creative subjects. It's bullshit. And this is just a little bitch about my school. Now, a lot of your schools probably won't have this, but since I go to a Christian school, and you know I'm not Christian, but I go there because it's a good school. And since I go to this Christian school, you know, we have to learn religion. Religion is compulsory the whole way through up to year 12 until we finish school. But why should we have to do assignments for that, you know? I mean, it's not like it's something important for a career. They just sort of teach us it. It's a Christian school. Why can't they just teach us it? Why do we have to do assignments? And again, why do the assignments have nothing to do with religion, you know? It's all like what's this moral choice versus this? Write an essay on, is winning important, you know? Just random crap like that. Stuff that you would do in English in primary school, you know what I mean? Everything is just so pointless, and I'm just feeling it, you know? I feel, over the past 4 years, I've forgotten like 80% of what I've learned at school. It just doesn't feel important. The only stuff I feel that's helping me right now is, well, you know, drama and shit, because that's stuff that I want to take with me into life. And English, because I'm interested in being able to write and do media and stuff like that. And that's really PE, fitness-wise, but that's really about it. Everything just feels pointless. I feel like I'm not taking any of it with me, you know, I'm not getting good grades. So, it's no point, they say you need it all for your university degrees and shit, but I'm probably not going to get a university degree anyway, because I don't care enough about all this to invest my stuff in it, and you may just see me as being lazy, which I am, but, you know, I don't feel like doing something unless I feel like it's going to help me, and it's going to benefit me, interest me. I mean, they keep us there for 7 fucking hours doing pointless crap, and then they give us more shit to do at home, you know. They give us assignments, then give us barely any class time, so we have to do all the assignments at home. And it's like all the teachers conspire against you to give you a bunch of assignments at the same time, and you're just overwhelmed by the stress. I mean, no wonder so many teenagers are depressed, because the amount of work that you get is just so much to contend with, and they all make it out like it's such a big deal and you have to get it done. It just puts more stress on you. And then they're all trying to make you figure out what you want to do when you're older. You know, they were making us, in PLP, they were making us do all this shit to, you know, decide on careers and stuff and just have an idea. And then the kids who don't have ideas sort of made to, you know, like, made to look like idiots. So I have no idea what I'm going to do with my life, but they keep trying to make it like it's such a big deal that you have to know it. And it's going to stress the people out who don't know. I just think school could be gone. The way school is done could be done a lot better. I think the school system is bullshit here. I don't know about your country. I always hear people complaining about it. I don't know. I'm just really fed up, and this is just something I felt like talking about. And I think pretty much done with this bitch session. And like I said, just feel free to discuss it in the comments, because I'm not asserting that I'm right. I'm not here saying I'm right, you're wrong, do this, do that. I'm just trying to create a discussion, you know. This is something that I feel, but if you think I'm wrong, if you disagree, don't necessarily come out and be rude about it. Just come out and correct me, you know. Start talking about it, share your experiences, share what you think about what I said, why I'm wrong, why I'm right, like, you know, because I don't know, I could get some outside perspective on this. I'm not saying I'm completely right. I don't think I'm... Like I said, I probably don't even know what I'm talking about, but that's the beauty of discussion, you know. You could just say what comes to your head, say what's bothering you and what you think about, and everyone can just talk about it, you know. That's the kind of shit I enjoy, so get involved in the comments, you know, share your own shit, comment on what I've talked about, and I'm going in circles now, but yeah, just, you know, get involved, because that's kind of why I do this, you know, get people talking, get people thinking, get myself thinking. Yeah, that's about it. I'll try to keep bringing out some more rants, and I'm going to do a bunch of chunks of movie reviews, probably 4 or 5 per video, just for the people that enjoy it, and for me, you know, because I've been watching shitloads. and I'm gonna review Eminem's new album, and I'm gonna just, shit, hopefully I can really get back on track for good this time. I'll do my regular end of year countdowns again in a few months and everything, and yeah, it feels good to be back in front of the camera and talking. I don't know, it's just a good stress release, and God knows I could use a stress release right now. So thanks for watching, leave your opinions, and yeah, thank you very much.